No, because what you have to think about it is like most people think that people were working slow or like attacking it and not doing it in the time. And the deal is, you find yourself doing that. That's what the corporates like, that you can do it till you burn out. And then by the time, if you hit and they need you to even go faster, they're gonna say that you burnt out, and they blame it on you, and it's a good reason to like undo a contract or not honor what's already going on. You know, uh, when people start saying like, "You should do this, you should do that," it's like as an artist, artists want to do what he want to do. Till he goes, voila! Like this is the this is the best. This is the best version of me that I'm doing for this moment, and this is what I'm feeling at this moment. But if you go too much in a rush, you pacing is. I just say pacing is everything. So yeah, you can start slow, but learn the business first.
Hmm.
Go with it.
Quality is a Libra thing. We got a full Libra pod today, so
Oh,
it's
right on, right on. Is that what's
yeah,
going on?
yeah. That's what's going
Leave
on. We
across the
got a
board.
full Libras across
Great
the board.
Libras.
Cool. I'm in a good sandwich here.
Welcome everybody to the fifth episode of Wefunk International. We got another special guest, Cinco. Five.
Big five, big five in the building. Big five in the building. We on five
Episode 5, we
episodes.
got Cinco.
Why did you pick Cinco as a guest today?
Why did I pick Cinco? Let's see. First off, Cinco is an up and coming artist.
Okay.
Um, he's a rapper, and you're a very seasoned artist in
Right.
touring and studio management and business management,
Right.
all of it. You're so you can shed some light, Cinco. Also, episode 5, it's 5.
It's
It's you
five.
got
Yeah.
Perfect. Lined
it's
up
perfect.
perfectly.
So
Big
I
five.
mean, just really trying to get the generational connection of music, because you can obviously, I mean, he hasn't even started touring or doing big scale.
Where are you at, Cinco?
I'm in Oakland. I'm in Oakland,
Oakland.
California.
All right. So what's hot? What's not in Oakland?
Man, it's Oakland. It's a mix of pot right now because a lot of what's popular out here is politic music. You know, politic music is real important. Like gang related music is important, but a lot of what I focus on, at least now for sure,
Mm.
focus on artists that definitely emphasize creative flair and emphasize their love for music. So a lot of my favorites out of the Bay Area, out of Oakland, East Ave. Shout out my boy East Ave. Overcast is a big like he's blowing up right now. He actually just got nominated. One of the three NorCal artists to get nominated to potentially be a double XL freshman. Shout out Cass.
Double XL, I don't know if you know what it is, but they do like a big cipher. It's like they get all the rappers that are hot that year in a group,
Okay.
and they basically showcase their rapping ability, right?
Hmm.
So him being in that group is like, oh, he's hot this, he's
Okay.
Yeah,
doing what he's supposed to be doing this year.
Right.
let's do this thing. Other artists that I like from here, Sejiota. Sejiota's dope. He do a thing like tranquil hyphy music. So he found out about him off of Therapeutic Thiz, and he just take the bass sound and kind of calm it down a little bit, but still keep the energy high. It's dope. It's
Tranquil
dope.
hyphy music.
Tranquil hyphy, Therapeutic Thiz.
That's funny. Like,
Yeah.
how can you be tranquil while being hyphy? How
Believe it
does
or
that
not, he
work?
do it well. He do it well. He blend it well. So he keep a lot of the hyphy movement,
Okay.
Bay Area music elements in it. Kind of the wow, wow, wow. That iconic 1 2 3 sound.
Yeah.
But he kind of got like a I don't know if you remember, but Mac Dre used to do this thing where like he'll talk low, like he'll low key have
Okay.
a whisper flow and throw that bass twang on it. So that's his whole thing. Like it's borderline like lo-fi type hip hop, but it's fire though. Like it's cold. Like he do his
Okay.
thing,
Okay.
and yeah, he dope with it. He cold for sure.
So is tranquil hyphy the thing in the Bay
I
Area
wouldn't
right
say
now?
so. I wouldn't say so. It's a small pocket movement, but
So when you eventually arrive,
hmm
is there a say a name of a what would your movement be?
that's a good question.
Don't tell your secrets yet,
Yeah, I ain't gonna,
because
I ain't
somebody
gonna put
might
it out
swipe it.
there.
Somebody might swipe it.
Yeah,
Yeah, you gotta
they,
patent that first.
yeah,
Yeah,
for sure. You know what I'm saying?
get the
Yeah, we
trademark.
gotta lock that down.
Yeah, when I was you guys' age, Oakland and Detroit was like one thing. It felt like
Mm-hmm.
I forget the name of the show that was in Oakland, but we had a black owned station, and they had a black owned station, and they had a show called Soul Beat. This is old. This is your
Mm-hmm.
grandparents' time, but they had Soul Beat, and Detroit and Oakland kind of got the same demographic. Like we all up in there, like we're in every doorway. So you could go gold just by back in the day. You could go gold if you sold in Oakland, because
Mm-hmm.
there was just enough blacks in the area to like. So you go in Detroit was like that. So we had a little pipeline when I was growing up. And who does Oakland you think have a pipeline with now these days? Because Detroit became like techno, and
Yeah.
Oakland became hyphy, and then we have like, for me, I see that like we rep, uh, we said that we were doing okay on hip hop, but like from what I can see, it's like we got Danny Brown
Mm-hmm.
and Eminem. Like it's still gonna
Yeah.
be like that one that sticks. But in Oakland, like there's no Too Short there anymore, and uh, digital digital underground.
Yeah.
Y'all too young to even get digital underground.
Believe it or not, to a degree, when it comes to at least like street rap and everything,
Hmm.
Detroit is still very much active and intertwined with Oakland. Like them are ghetto cousins. Like we ghetto cousins, you know?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Detroit and Oakland still locked in to a degree. Like a lot of Detroit artists end up coming out this way,
Yeah, Oakland is
politicking with
Detroit
the
with palm trees.
pretty much, pretty much for
Yeah.
sure.
Is there a station like another place that I like? Richmond.
Hmm.
Oh
I
wow,
love
that's
Richmond.
interesting.
I
That's
love
Richmond a
Richmond.
deep cut. Richmond a
Yeah,
deep cut, low
yeah, I
key.
love Richmond.
Nobody, not nobody from California says I love Richmond.
I love Richmond. I used to
That's
hang in
funny.
Richmond. I like
That's
Yeah.
Richmond.
funny.
I lived in Richmond for a little bit. It wasn't long, but I lived there for like I lived there for say about a year and a half.
I like Richmond because it was kind of like a just us kind of thing going on,
Yeah.
and some kind of way, uh, I believe like when you have those kind of just us advantages, and you think that it's Richmond, so I wouldn't like really give it up to Richmond. That's like I'm saying, if you still want to have a hold on to your community and do things like we do, yeah, I would big up Richmond
Yeah, for
just
sure.
just for the effort, and then you know all it needs is like have mugs come there and spend money, and it's a good time. It's
Yeah,
my
for
kind
sure.
of town, even though I don't live in that kind of town, but I would live in that kind of town. I
Yeah.
dug I
Richmond
dug
real
Richmond.
close knit. Yeah, for sure.
I spent my birthday in Richmond one time. I enjoyed it.
How was that?
It was groovy. We had a. I don't know if it was their mayor or it was a dude that was a boxer, and he had promoted a show there, and we were like in the middle of the park. I was sitting in the back, was chilling, and then this guy came in with his family. The girl that was sitting at the table next to me, she's like, "Oh, that's Ryan." I went, "Oh, that's Ryan. Ryan Hare. Is his name Ryan? Is Pat Ryan? The guy's name is Pat Ryan, and Pat Ryan is here in New York. He's a congressman. Okay, but I remember him about 20 years ago when he was just like, vote for me because I'm trying to be in like the local kind of thing. So and I'm saying that even in the hood, say a Richmond or East Oakland, I'm sorry, or in Detroit, y'all too, but y'all got kind of getting it down. It's hold on to your community and kind of build on it from there, and don't underestimate what you got. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people be living in those kind of places thinking that all the fly shit is over here in New York City or San Francisco is doing the place to be for all that. When really, what you got that's worth owning is right where you at and building on that. So yeah, Richmond. Before I would talk about some other city, and I enjoy Richmond
In
in
California, what's
California.
your favorite city?
Uh,
Be
my
careful, Cali
favorite,
listening.
and I'll keep it even and keep it real. Eureka. Ah, now my Eureka, Carmel, Monterey, not quite Monterey, but Carmel.
Not quite.
I
Well,
always had a dream on
I
owning.
gotta go to Monterey. I gotta
How
go.
you feel about Monterey, Justin?
I got some people in Monterey. I gotta go to Monterey. I've
Shout
never
out to
been.
Monterey.
I've never
Y'all don't
really
know
been.
about Eureka though. Already, like you're high on hello. As soon as you walk in and say hello, you're high.
Hmm.
So I like that kind of place. Carmel, Carmel. Back in the day, I rode from Berkeley to Carmel, and I'm not gonna tell you like the condition I was in, but I made it all the way to the end of this thing, and I thought that the seaweed up there was actually like sea monsters. The seaweed was so big up there, and I was a little, I was full. So, uh, but when I eventually made it all the way up, it was Carmel on the Bay or whatever they call it, and there was a house that Clint Eastwood owned that was like a house on the end, like this is the mountain, and the house was sitting out like this with a little stick to hold it up like that, big round house. And for me, that was like the dopest city. But you had to like when you got in there, you had to pay a tax to get in, and you had to be out of there within 17 minutes. Like it was that kind of
Wow.
gated
Nah,
community.
dog.
People had like equestrian tracks and shit. This was like it was money, money. Yeah, so from age 21, I always thought one day I'd come, when I eventually hit the real jackpot, I want to do like Clint Eastwood and be the mayor over there.
Yeah, let's open a Wefunk store in Carmel.
Yeah, that would be good. It'll be next to Cartier, and
Next to Cartier.
yeah,
Yeah, let's
it would have to
let's
be next to Cartier, or we ain't doing it. Who's your overall favorite rapper, there, Cinco?
we
You
see
don't
little
want to say that because you want to. You know
we
what?
see Wayne in the
Wait a
background
minute. I'm gonna
there.
tell you. I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell you
you see my dog right here, don't you? Yeah,
That's
who
Lil
that damn
Wayne.
old
that's Lil Wayne right there.
little
Shout
little.
out Wayne.
It's kind of crazy, man. You have like these during Lil Wayne's time. I don't even know if y'all was aware, and I'm just old, so I don't understand because number one, I'm not hip hop. I'm rock and roll, but but I remember there was a point where a whole generation was saying Lil Wayne, he's saving hip hop. He's saving hip hop, and he did make a noise when everybody was trying to figure out how to adjust in the industry. So
Hmm.
I got a question. Why ain't he getting that kind of respect these days?
Oof, good question. All right, so what I think it is, so hip hop, right?
Mm,
Remember this specifically from an interview with Andre 3000.
right,
For hip hop is being hip, right? Being up on the times, and part of being up on the times is either being an integral part of the community or just being young and seeing what's coming up around you. With
right.
Wayne fathered, pioneered a lot of what made music today.
Okay,
But because of him being the pioneer and him aging, especially rapidly, music forever evolving, a lot of what Wayne does is considered like old. When in reality, what he did is still popping today.
yeah. Isn't that funny? So it don't take
It's just
long to
age.
become old.
It's
It
just
don't.
age.
So if I was gonna give it advice, you better get it while you're young, because
So
it's a young man's game now. You can get in there and you can mess around like my boss. He 85, or you could be in there like Snoop Dogg, and now he got college kids, and he's like all middle aged, but he's still like,
You got
yeah,
grandkids.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. It still makes sense for the industry, but you still building off of what you did while you're young. I see like a lot of people be like 50 and now they want to practice
yeah.
getting into
Me,
something. It's like, nah,
it's like I'm gonna stick with Wayne as the example here, right?
uh,
Because you gave some good examples how like Snoop Dogg is still like a big icon, right?
yeah,
With Wayne, remembering that he pioneered a lot of it because it's still popular.
right,
He's still like I kind of look at Wayne as like a time capsule. You know what I mean? Like Wayne
okay.
is a moment in time. He's transcended, but like beyond that moment for me and for many people besides me. But he's a moment in time. Like he was where the shift began. But
Was how old were you when you first became aware of Lil Wayne?
like for 6 years old.
Okay,
For 6 years old.
so you've known him all your life.
But yeah, that's who got me into hip hop music.
Right
100%.
on, right on. So I wonder what Lil Wayne's playlist would be like right now, as for like who he's feeling new.
You know, honestly, if I had to make a guess, he for sure got some rock in there. He for sure got some rock and roll in there still to this
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
But Wayne, I feel like Wayne is impartial to music because of his genius. So I think
Uh,
he probably listened to all the same people that me and Justin listen to, and all the people he probably listened to everybody that everybody on this pod listen to. If I had to
okay,
guess,
okay.
for sure.
Right on, right on.
Is that your favorite artist though? Is that the would you
That's
say
the
that's number
thing.
one?
That's the artist that inspired me for sure. Like that's who got me into music. I wouldn't say he's my favorite,
Give
but
us
he
a top
definitely
three.
top three. Yeah, I
Give
can
us
give you
yeah,
the
okay,
top
give us
three.
the top three. Give us the top three.
This ain't in no order, but Wayne is up there, right? Young boy up there. Shout
And
out to Young Boy for
Grandpa
sure.
Clip, I hope you know you also helped him see Young Boy. So I mean,
You
Right
did.
on,
Shout out to
right
you.
on.
I appreciate you for that. 'Cause,
I
yeah,
mean
we you made that happen.
it's
You made that
Right
crazy.
happen.
on.
Both of I mean, man. But okay,
Cool.
Young
We
Boy
can't we
Yeah, I
Wayne.
can't
saw
tell
y'all
that
with y'all
story, Justin.
thing. I saw y'all with y'all
You saw
thing
with the
all
yep.
after.
Yeah, but we can't tell that story.
Right. How about that?
Um, but yeah. Wayne, Youngboy, and then that third spot, it's a tie between Kendrick and Jid. Kendrick and Jid, them like
Okay.
I can't go without neither one of them
So we
Right.
all
personally.
love Jid in here too.
Shout out to Jid, bro. Jid
Yeah,
cold.
you know what? And I love both of those.
Hmm.
That's almost like one is like both represent their territories
Mm-hmm.
where they come from. Like Kendrick represents the West the best
It
right
to a
now
T.
until somebody take him off his throne. And
Mm-hmm.
Jid represents to me like Atlanta. Like he definitely
To a
got
T.
whatever is southern
Yeah.
tone. He got that down.
There ain't no mistaking it.
You know, uh, in these days, well, back in the day, it used to be only if you was from New York. So who out of the East Coast are you feeling?
Good question. A good question. What we considering East Coast? Where are we talking? Because technically the Carolinas is on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Technically the Carolinas is East
Oh, we go
Coast.
there. Go there.
Come on now, I gotta go with J. Cole.
Okay.
I gotta go with
J.
Cole.
Cole, man, J. Cole.
Shout out J.
Yeah.
We
Cole,
just
bro.
talked about his last album too. I mean, this dude.
Yeah,
J. Cole.
Cole for sure.
Yeah.
Since
Did
we
you
counting the
ever take a
Carolinas.
listen? Did you ever
That's
take a
his,
listen, Grandpa Clip?
J. Cole.
The new album
The
that I
new
told you
one.
about.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did. I did listen to it.
What'd you think about it?
I think it's good. I mean, it's beyond me because I can't like I'm not a judge on like
Hmm.
who's good and bad or better. Uh he just sounds like a smarter rapper.
Yeah.
He's just a smarter rapper. Uh my true belief, if you're gonna be in the business, just for the sake that say you pop today,
Mm-hmm.
start studying some law and accounting because everybody that's gonna claim to help you is gonna like know that you don't understand the law
Mm-hmm.
or accounting, and that's when the vultures come out and get you. So I believe that like and it's never said, but the best uh even if that's like if you take a few years of that in college, like you're
Mm-hmm.
almost just gonna be a paralegal, you'll understand how to file your own shit because it's a lot of taking care of your business is somebody else putting your mail in the mail box
Mm-hmm.
and charging you like half your career to do that. So learn where you have to file. Like
Mm-hmm.
I got friends who've been in the business forever, and we all had to like laugh at ourselves on how much we didn't know. Yeah, because I got in the business like young, and and I didn't know much, and then I started to realize that nobody around me knew much either. So it's like, oh
Mm-hmm.
shit, I better start figuring some shit out, even if they ain't. I got to figure something out. Now I ain't that good at it, like I would want to be, but I'm better at it if I had to do it for somebody else. Now that I'm older, because I done made all the mistakes. That's what I like about J. Cole. He's coming in as a boss. He ain't coming in like, y'all ain't telling him
Yeah.
where to go. He knows where he's going, you know. Even if I don't even understand what he's talking about half the time, I know he's a boss, and that's what I respect about him, you know. And
Yeah.
can't nobody take that part away, you know.
Not a,
Those those are the ones I respect in the game is the ones that do have a little bit of insight on where they're going. Cause I don't watch some greats, man, get used, and when it's time for them to pull the cord on your black ass, they will do it. And these guys don't know, it's the end of their career, and we get to talk about them like oh yeah, you heard they did this or they did that. It's like, no, we ain't doing all that much all the time. Some stuff irritate me. It's like when politics are happening in these new days, like what politics is happening, they had us all looking over at either at uh, a rap battle, a guy who's hosting sex parties at his thing. He's not a rapper, He's not a rapper. He don't even and he don't make beats. But guess what? He was useful. I know how the industry is though, because you start giving mugs like that. You start giving mugs like that, like the money and build up their whole portfolio, and they look big. And y'all been following that forever, you know. But in reality, they had a time like they probably showed him. He probably got to be the host.
Did you ever get to attend?
Yep, I came to a Puffy's birthday party in in at the stock in the stock exchange area. It was a great party, dude. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you what was funny about that party. I danced all night with a girl named she was an actress, and I came in there dressed like a bum. I came in there dressed like a bum. This is like the very probably the first year of Bad Boy. My boss management was a California management, so he had no juice in New York, and they called me because I lived there in New York to go down there and chaperone. And we went down there, and the boss painted them a picture, uh, and we had them leafed up and framed, and it was for the Puff Daddy birthday. And walked in this place, and everybody was in there. Everybody was in there. I'm gonna tell you who at that time I could tell hadn't made it yet, just on the level of his suit compared to everybody else who came dressed up at the thing, was Jay-Z. Jay-Z's voice was on the radio, but Jay-Z's face was not like yet a popular thing. This was the situation. My boss, my boss was like, he's loud. George Clinton is kind of loud hair, loud, funky looking. So everybody wants to meet George Clinton, like coming through the thing, right? So we going through the role of this. At one point, it was like every black actor that was hot at that time, every black actress that was hot. There was white ones in there. It was um, there was Penny Marshall from Laverne and Shirley. Y'all don't even know what that is. She was kind of like giving the toast for his birthday. Everybody, let's say happy birthday to Sean. I, being how I am, pretty much was dressed the way I'm dressed right now. They had the people that clean your hands and clean your shoes for you. And this lady looked at me and she said to me, she said, "You must be somebody, because they ain't let nobody in here looking like that." And I told her, I said, sometimes they tell me I'm somebody. But I danced with this girl, what was her name? She was an actress. She was an actress that was on American X. She plays witch. She plays the witch. What was her name? Faruka Ball. Yeah, she came in and she's when she walked in, she said, "Oh, you look like you don't give up, like I don't. Let's dance." And I was like, "Cool." And we were both like underdressed for the party, so we had the best time till it was time for me to like get out of there. But yeah, and I gotta say that was a great party. And at the end, like the next day, we made it. We made it. The news that we were the only ones that brought a birthday gift. We were the only ones dumb enough to bring a birthday gift. And like I do remember that George walked past everybody like, "Hey," and everybody was shaking George's hand. And then he walked past this one guy, because it's like it wasn't a familiar face that you kind of know, because you're going down a row of actors and singers, and so you shaking hands with all of them, and then you go past this one guy, and I go over to George. I go, "Hey, boss, the guy you passed up is gonna be bigger than everybody here in this line." And he goes, "Well, what you want to go, the one in the green suit?" And so George back up like, "Hey," and then went, "Hey, brother," it was Jay-Z. I got a few people that I fanboy with. I did it with Dreamville, with Jid,
You did.
even with like me coming up. Me and Prince was on it. We was just here. Like
Me and
I
Prince
see
was
you, you
here, eye
see
to
me,
eye. Me and Prince were.
like that. But the rest of it, how about the last time I walked past Prince? I walk past and I go, oh, okay, that's Prince. And he walks past me and he goes, Clip Payne.
I'm getting, bro. I'm just,
And
I'm
then he turned around,
So
oh,
so
cool.
we just
You know
casually
my name.
just
And that was
passing by
that.
Prince, like no nothing. It's just Prince,
it's
Clip
funny.
Payne,
It's
and
so
just go.
funny.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Like it's so
So
funny.
can I
Can't.
let me ask you this? Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
You know, you say you know you've been in the business for a long time. You've been in the business since you was young. Is it because I don't really got fanboy tendencies
Yeah.
like that either. I just for people that you know excel at their
Yeah.
craft, I gotta respect for you know because like you at the pinnacle of your game and you become a bit of a perfectionist and somewhat of an icon. So being in the game from a younger time than I have been, because I ain't you know I ain't nobody yet, but hopefully we get there one day, God
Yeah.
willing. But you know, is
Yeah,
it
you'll be there.
is it because of you seeing yourself in that position one day and you just don't want to come across that way, or is it do it come down to like a borderline desensitization because of how long you've been doing it?
I'm kind of desensitized from it.
Is there any newer artists that you would think you would like actually want to meet?
I want to work with Mono Neon. I want to work with Mono Neon. Uh, I haven't used the tambourine. I got it. I got it on the wall over there. One time I had a mashup that we had to do, and it was with Mono Neon. That was the first time I met him. Was uh,
I
with
remember you showing
Mono,
him.
this this kid from New York, killer guitar player, and Dreamville, and we had to do a mashup down in Florida. That was, and it seemed like everybody was kind of introverted. Dreamville was Dreamville was loose. I liked them, but the time we did the mashup, I walked in the room and I was like, "Wow, it's a bunch of introverts." And it was Michael Hampton was the other person in the room. I was like, "A bunch of introverts in this room. I bet you all haven't even like shaken hands or said anything." And then Mono said, "Well, nobody asked me nothing, because if you asked me, I talk." And I was like, "Okay, that's my man." Yeah,
Hey, that's how it is
yeah,
sometimes. Nobody asks me, I
yeah.
don't
You ain't
say
That's
said nothing
nothing.
crazy.
to me, so if you ain't saying nothing to me, this digital thing, this didn't start happening till about '99. This, this whole the way that everybody knows how to cut, except for like your machine, it was the grander versions with MPCs that all still had come into view, but that's all like the end of the '80s, because in my day, I could work the first MPC 60. That was the first one I had, and then it came up with the MPC 62, I think, and I had bought one with my buddy that I was working with named Amp Fittler, and we had a knucklehead that was down in the basement using the old MPC, and every once in a while we go down there to see what he was doing, and he was past us, man. He was like,
Wait. Is that the J
"That's J
Dilla?
Dilla, yeah,
I see what you're saying. Like you definitely desensitized to it because hearing these names, hearing these scenarios, just that's
yeah." And
insane to
I'm gonna
me.
tell you, and after I started hearing what James was doing, it's like I thought I used to be I thought I was the baddest programmer in Detroit until the kid that was using my machine was way doper than I was ever gonna like. He was taking some kind of ways that I was like, I never considered what he's doing, but he had a great jazz collection that he was finding sounds and making sounds with. Uh, and he's probably like the last of the players that can get away with stealing beats without having to like deal with the copyrights too much, because the way he used them, you couldn't figure out what he was queuing up, but at a different kind of a different kind of rate, and it's just where he cut at and where it entered at. Because everybody was always on the
Hmm.
1, 2, 3, and one,
Yeah.
2, 3, and he was just on some. It's gonna start on the and it's gonna end on the 3 over here, but that's already that's already turning it into a 7, and now I'm gonna put something that's 4/4 over that, and it's this whole nother kind of like, and I'm going, whoa! I've been to the Grammys enough time where my band is standing over in the corner and everybody going, who are they? And then somebody has to say, oh, you don't know? That's them. Okay, I'm at the Grammys, but I'm not up for any award, any of that. Like the first time that the Grammys had hip hop on it, I watched it sitting in my grandmother's house, and if it was 5 songs, 4 of them songs was P-Funk songs. That was, you know what I mean?
Sampled.
Sample. So you can hear your voice flying through this new rapper song, or you put a little ting 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 on this song, and now it's somebody else's song, and they're getting like awarded, and we ain't never really even been invited. The first time we really got invited was it took the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Okay, I got a question, and this is like side from what we're talking about.
Okay.
If you can write a rap,
Hmm.
and this always like thrown me off with people. You can write a rap. That means you can write a gang of words,
Hmm.
right? If a little mama somewhere in your hood was a good singer
Hmm.
with no songs, with your ability to write rap, would you have the same ability to write words that make sense, that say a love song that the girl could do?
Sure. Sure.
And I'm bringing that up because the writer always win. The check goes to the writer. So when you talk about writing, you writing everything. Don't just be writing raps. You writing everything, bro. Like, you know what I mean? If you're a lyricist, you should be able to like do that in more than just hit rap.
A lot of
You
people
know,
describe
like
you as one of the best love song and breakup songwriters they've heard. I've heard a lot of different people say that.
who that?
You,
Who, me?
yeah, that you
Yeah,
write a
I'm good at.
great emotional love or breakup song.
Yeah, I write breakup songs. I break I break I break up so much that it's easy. It's an easy one to.
Man, talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it. It must be a Libra
Yeah,
thing. It must be a Libra
yeah,
thing. It
yeah.
gotta be.
Hey, I can't write that well, so maybe I gotta tap back into
It
my.
ain't even about the writing. It's about the breaking up. We always
Yeah,
breaking up. Always
All
breaking
yeah.
up.
right, well,
It's always gonna be some breakups. Believe me.
Always. Seem like a new breakup every week, bro.
Yeah.
Every week.
I mean, hey, the blues is based on my baby done left me. All of it is breakup. We got to break up here.
episode
We got to
5,
break up here.
Episode 5,
Hey,
man.
we go break up with y'all.
breakups.
All right, man. Appreciate y'all for having me, bro. For real, for real.
Yeah, we got to bring you back.
Definitely. I'm down.
Maybe
More
we'll
than
have
Right
down.
maybe
on.
we'll have some music out by the time.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Hopefully.
Hey man, episode 5, Wefunk International. Check us out everywhere. Wefunk.com, Wefunk Nation. You guys know. Alrighty.
Shout out to We Funk, man.
Okay, hi.